It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Prime Time.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 33 on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up third down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On first down, here's Daniels. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's second down coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Play fake here, Daniels. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds, looks like right at the midfield stripe.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick, and you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you could put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he could run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Williams to throw on first. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the pistol, Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, Williams. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
1st and goal, Swift. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears have a great first drive and get the game's first points. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Man in motion, out of the slot. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
From the gun on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Press way on to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be Bears football. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And so far they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down throw by Williams. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Devin Duvernay to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, Williams. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. That one's complete, right side. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
Every once in a while, sure, a pass, it can go for a negative yard. But lose that much, I promise you, that call will never come up on the call sheet again.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st down, here's Swift. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. 1st down from the red zone. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Swift. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give them 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
They'll try to run with Swift. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Carney's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Daniels on first down. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, and now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Now Daniels off the play action. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Tyler Scott now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Swift gets it on the option. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Williams to throw on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears are on the move here. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the set. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
3rd down, here's Williams. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Carney's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock, probably don't want to risk too much here. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams on the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. First down throw by Williams. Moore's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Running behind center with Swift. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Williams will look to throw. Komet brings it in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Williams to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bears offense, look at this, they haven't moved, they're going for 2. He's throwing for it, and he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. Out of the gun, Daniels. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 2 here. And the Commanders will have a first.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Robinson up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now motion him out of the backfield. Ertz reels it in. They'll work it a couple yards past the line. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept them in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up. Motion man left is Brown. And he's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Going to run again with Swift. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Working from the gun, Williams. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New set of downs for him from the... Daniels on 1st down. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play fake here, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Slot man in motion left. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Again, Daniels to the air. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 2nd and goal.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
An option give to Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Scott now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears about set for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New set of downs for him at the 38. Williams to throw on first. Moore's got it! And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, that's a gain that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down, Williams. That throw finds Komet. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Brought in right side by Moore. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Second and 6 coming up here. Williams on the play action. Complete out to the right side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears making a 4-point game here in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Won't get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Commanders holding on to a field goal lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. He'll throw it. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears have some new life in the 4th. A timely interception for them there, Brock. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3 and maybe more.
And that quarterback wants that throw back so much so. You could feel it right when he let it go.
Yeah.
That was a route they've been working on, and a lot of offensive effort goes by the wayside as the defense finally gets itself off the field.
The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. He'll look to throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Stick it in the air, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams from the gun. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mike Sarah still makes the play.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. Only one timeout remaining to stop it. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Chicago.